That is why my microphone is so quiet. Hello! Hey, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Oh, nice. Eliza, you were able to finish the quest. Hello to Pepper. Hello to Twilight. Hello to Nurse Sarah. Hello to Eliza. Hi, Cassie Evelyn. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Molly P. Hi, Hidayah. Hi, Katie. Hi, Haraya. Hi, Nekokaya. Hey, TJ Elliott. Hey to all the mods. Hey, Kim Carter. Hey, Chaotic Pain. Hey, Varen. Hey, Midnight. Hi, Fire Dragon and Water Fairy. Hi, Beanie Baby. Hey, Little Vamp. Hi, Kefren. Hi, Abby. Hi, Hylian Princess Lita. Hey, Maya Tucker. Hello, Blue Hair Don't Care. Hi, Carol. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Hey, Bookworm Bell. How's my day going? Not too bad. Had myself a bit of a nap. Treated myself to a nice fancy, well, not fancy, just not something I usually have. I treated myself to a delicious lunch of stuffed crust pizza. And, yeah, gotta have a little nap. Gotta spend some time with the missus. We've been, like, shotgunning all of, the Dark Crystal. We're on, like, episode 6 or 7 or so, and it's so good. I'm loving it. Hi, Ebony Williams. Hi, Taylor Hernandez. Hi, Pocky. Hi, Sierra Gurgle. Hi, Jenna Young. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Hi, Genoa. Hi, Cassie. Eliza's asking from Pizza Hut. Yup. It's my weakness, shall I say. My fast food weakness. Stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. And no, I'm not trying to start a fight with Todd and his army of Domino's. Domino's is perfectly fine. You know, some people like Domino's, some people like Pizza Hut. I was born and raised on Pizza Hut, so. Haruka Hoshino, hello. I actually haven't seen the original Dark Crystal. So I'm really, like, we're, like, making all these assumptions and all these guesses as to what'll happen. Things that I'm sure are supposed to be, like, big reveals to people who actually know what happens. To us, it's like, what does that mean? What are they talking about? Katie's a Little Caesars fan. More power to you. Round Table's also good. Papa John's. Papa Bless, you know. Anna Tim, hello. Georgia McNaughton, hi, thank you for joining. So we're going to try something a little different this time. I don't know if you all noticed, but the last couple of times we haven't been able to really record because usually around the time we stream, my son is awake and he's being a teenage boy playing video games very loudly, calling his friends noobs and whatnot. So we're going to try and do something different. Instead, we're going to try and write. A lot of y'all have been asking about being able to watch the process of writing or being able to see the creative process and how it starts. I don't know if we'll be able to finish a script, but we'll at least be able to start one. So while we go ahead and get ready for that, how about y'all start filling out this very quick single question survey, just asking what type of script should we write. I linked it in the chat. Just go ahead and fill it in real quick, choose what type of script we should do, and then I'll be able to start writing a script live. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I can at least kind of walk y'all through the steps. Ree says they want to watch someone stare at the same paragraph on a Google Doc for 20 minutes. Yeah, it's essentially what it's like. I'll try and see if I can, like, streamline the process to kind of show you all a sped up version of what writing a script is normally like. Hopefully this will help. Hi, Veiled Moon. Hi, Mariah. Hoping I didn't miss anybody. Hi, Lois. But for now, while we wait for people to come get in and settled in and answer the polls and all that, how about y'all let me know? Oh, and specifically for the, well, not specifically for this occasion, but for the specific occasion of having a noisy keyboard that I can maybe do ASMR type stuff with, I got a clickety clackety keyboard. My old keyboard, if you can hear it, even if I pull it really close to the mic, it's specifically intended to be quiet. But this new one, even all the way down on the desk, far away from the mic, clickety clackety. So hopefully y'all will like that. Inspired by the Roxbox school of typing. Yeah, Logitech Gaming came out with a new wireless keyboard, and they offered it in 3 different styles of keys, and I figured I'll go loud this time. I have to admit, there is a certain tactile satisfaction in hearing the click. Though it's a lot harder when I'm hanging out with the missus and watching a show, and I'm trying to, like, on the sly, on one of my other monitors, look up something, or, you know, look up some site, and, you know, it's a lot harder to type on the sly without getting caught. Lauren Rothbauer, hello. Cerberus, hello. Lois asks, how's your missus and son doing? Well, the missus, aka my girlfriend, we're not actually married yet. She's doing great. We've just been hanging out, doing a lot of Netflix, trying to find the next game for us to get into. We're both really excited about Orcs Must Die 3. My son is also doing well. He just he spent all this time preparing for a big anime convention, and he just finished attending it, and he's all, you know, he was all hyped for it. Now he's winding down from the hype and getting back into the rigmarole of school and homework and all that. Fire Dragon and Water Fairy says, Dragon and I are trying to decide what kind of Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! 5DS characters would have. Anyone have any suggestions for Jack? I'm not sure what that is in reference to. You said a lot of different things. Cassie Evelyn says, how dare you look away even a moment while hanging with the missus? I'm a big multitasker. I'm not very good at multitasking, but I'm really big on it. Lorena Rosa, hello. Thank you for joining. Royal Black says, hey Cardlin, why no Horde? Oh, probably just because the Horde's the bad guys. I like playing the good guys, you know. I like playing the Alliance because they're really humble and just, you know, they're always right. My favorite thing about the Alliance is that, you know, even though they're not the prettiest, they remain the strongest and just like the most victorious all the time. You know, it's kind of a moral decision, you know. I just like playing the good guys, that's all. Blue Hair Don't Care says, have you ever made a really funny mistake while multitasking? Yeah, some of them were during streaming. Sierra says, my cats chewed up my computer charger wire, so I had to write my stories. I have to write my stories right now. Oh no, good luck with that. Haruka Hoshino says, I'm excited to see how you try to follow the good route on Manamadan and Todd making everyone die. Yeah. I mean, I just hope we can stream it again. We keep having all these technical difficulties. Kitty Cat says, did you see that Warcraft movie? Yeah. Yikes. That was a big yikes. Dia says, type one letter at a time. Cardlin being sneaky takes time. Nah, I usually just tank it. If I need to type something and I know that my curiosity isn't going to let it go, I just like whatever. I just type it really fast and like I just basically accept the fact that she's going to ask about it, and I'm going to get in trouble for it. I've made peace with it, basically. Carlin, my boyfriend and I were having a debate about this. Which actor was the best cinematic Batman? Ooh. Best Batman, cinematically. So I was too young to remember too much about Michael Keaton's. But I do remember that Batman being very... That whole... To be honest, the only one I'm really familiar with as an adult... I mean, I vaguely remember Val Kilmer's and George Clooney's, but Batman around him, like the whole world of Gotham and whatnot, and the villains around them were so silly and so over the top. My favorite depictions so far of Batman were those in Christian Bale's lines, you know, the Christopher Nolan line of movies. But Christian Bale was by far not one of the best parts of those movies. His depiction of Batman was a little too brooding. I mean, if it counts, I think that, and I'm the worst for not remembering his name, but the DC animated Batman has always been my favorite Batman. Same thing with Superman. But I mean, honestly, I mean, if we're talking about just the characters and not the decisions they made and not like the lines that were written for them, just like based on the acting alone, I think actually the one that was done best, and I might be crucified for saying this, was Ben Affleck's. I thought the way he played Batman was great. Now, I didn't like everything that his Batman did. I didn't like all the decisions that were made for his Batman, but in terms of acting like Batman and not sounding like this all the time, I think in cinematic, you know, talking about like motion picture, not animated, yeah, Ben Affleck's Batman. But if I had to choose overall best Batman, yeah, Kevin Conroy. Kefren says, I didn't see the one with Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was in Justice League as well as Superman vs. Batman. Alright, let's see what the results are on this, shall we? Looks like we are writing a comforting script. Oh, good to know. Okay, now before we start writing this script, let's go ahead and figure out who we're going to be talking to later. Uh-oh. Didn't mean to resize that. Are we all still good in terms of where y'all are? Okay, yeah, we're good. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to throw out some stars. You're going to see some stars appear on your screen. If you want, you can make your little doober jump to catch the star. You type in !JUMP to make your little doober jump. You're going to see it spammed a lot in chats very soon, so you know exactly how to do it. It'll make your little doober, your little avatar on the bottom of the screen, jump. Now, here's the thing, and this happens every week, so please listen very closely. Only jump if you want to talk to me live on the stream, like if you want to have a one-on-one interview. You want me to ask you questions? You want to ask me questions? If you have something to say, if you're brave enough to do it, if you have the courage to do it, if you have the gumption to do it, if you have things you actually want to do or say, and you haven't won before. So if you haven't won before, you actually want to talk. You have Discord. You can be on Discord right now, and you can message Roxbox on the Discord, on the Patreon Discord server. If all those things apply, and you agree to not be a jerk as well, then you can jump, okay? Don't just jump because you see everybody jumping, please. Every week we get somebody grabs a star and they get it and they're like, oh, you know what, in second thought, never mind. I'm like, oh, now we gotta do this, oh my god. So I'm scrambling, so please, do me and the mods a favor. Only jump if you want to jump. Now here comes the stars. We're going to throw out 3 stars. This is for the 3 people we're going to be talking to. Again, if you've won one in the past, do me a favor and don't jump again. Here we go. Uno. Good luck. Dos. Hey, there goes 1. Blue hair don't care. Congratulations, Drea, on winning the first. Blue hair don't care. Jumped again. All right. Well, here comes another star. Drea, I swear to God, if I see you jump again. All right. Congratulations to Janelle for winning the second one. Okay. And here comes the 3rd star. Oh, who was that? Bookworm Bell. Congratulations to Janelle, Drea, and Bell on winning the 3 stars. Do me a favor and message Rox on the Patreon Discord server. She'll get you to where you need to be and get you all set up for the calls later on. Now, let's do a comfort script. So here is my approach to how I would write a comfort script. Let's see. Let me see something real quick. So I'm going to stop this music here, and I'm going to play some music. Can y'all hear the music yet? Let me know if y'all hear music. No music? Okay, what about now? Do you hear music now? Now here's the thing. Is the music too loud? Like, can you still hear me talking? I can't change the volume of the music is the thing. Alright, well, we'll just do it this way then. Turn that off. Okay, so the music should now be off, and you're just hearing the music I'm listening to. You shouldn't be hearing 2 different songs playing at the same time. Okay, so we're going to start writing this script here. Hello, test. Alright, so first off, when it comes to a comforting script, you're going to want a topic, something to comfort people for. Lately, we've been doing a lot of like comforting topics on specific scenarios, specific conditions. Usually if it's a specific medical condition, I'll try and find something a little more vague. Like we recently got a script that was written about a specific type of female reproductive organ issue that occurs, and we tried to make it more about specific, just instead of being that one specific condition, we tried to make it more just about female reproduction issues in general, because that's something that can apply to more people, makes the script have a wider appeal. Oftentimes, the narrower a script's target, not only does it make it more difficult to write for, it also makes the appeal to more people narrow as well. You want to have as wide an appeal as possible, not only to catch more views and whatnot, but just because, you know, the whole goal of writing these scripts is to comfort and to help people. And if somebody has migraines and another person has headaches, and the specific script is written for migraines, and the person with headaches doesn't know or doesn't think that their headaches count as migraines, and it specifically says all the time migraines in the script, they might not want to listen to it. They might not feel that it applies to them as much. Whereas with a quick few lines of editing on the writer's part, you can make the script appeal to more people at once. Turn the music down a little bit here. So let's think up a topic for this script, shall we? What's a good comfort script that y'all would want to have written? Give me a topic. Throw some topics out there. Something you'd need comforting for. Something that you think has mass appeal, but isn't so massive, it's narrowed down enough that people could relate to it, and it's not so generic that it could apply to anything. Sad Day, for example, that's one that I would say is a little too wide. You want something a little more specific than just having a sad day or stressful day. Money problems. Okay. That's a good way to, that's a good specific type of issue that is you already know a lot of people could probably relate to that situation, and it's chances are, if you're a young adult, it's one you're either going through or have gone through in the past, or chances are you at least know somebody who's going through there, so you can kind of draw from those experiences. So what I would do first, knowing that I have the topic of money issues in mind, the first thing I'd do would be to start thinking of some cinematic examples of money issues that I would want to draw from. Just thinking of money issues right now, like the first things that come to mind are so many good movies about money issues. Maybe Fences, or the Robert Downey Jr. / Jamie Foxx movie that came out. Any movie about like being overburdened with loans, being overburdened with financial issues. The Big Short is a good example that talks about a lot of financial issues. It talks about anything that can basically put me in the right mindset for writing a script like that. This is why writing scripts can often be a multiple day process, especially if I really want to put as much focus and love and effort into a script as I normally would before putting it out there. So I take like a day or two to watch a movie that really gets me in the mood or really sets the tone mentally for the scene that I'm trying to write. Maybe a show, maybe listen to some specific music. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is a great example of financial issues. And once you're in the mind, like while you're watching those movies, you want to kind of start to formulate the story in your head. Like, who is the listener? Who is the writer? Who is the speaker? So already in my head, I'm thinking about the listener and the writer are... Really? You're going to start meowing? All right, let me turn on your laser toy. That should buy me hopefully some minutes of silence. So I'm thinking the listener and the speaker are a young couple struggling to make ends meet, and also maybe struggling with the idea of having, like, I think like a common idea that a lot of people struggle with is the idea of having to work a job you don't like while pursuing a career that might seem unattainable. So already you're starting to form in your head the dynamic between the two. Chances are they both have dreams. Chances are they're both working a job that they don't necessarily want to work, but they have to make sure the bills get paid, make sure the there's, you know, food on the table. Chances are, you know, they have these huge dreams and aspirations that might seem worlds away, might seem impossible from where they currently are in their financial situation. And we want the script to be the speaker comforting the listener who might be feeling helpless or hopeless and feeling like they might never achieve their goals. Then in your head, you already want to start thinking about things like, what might the listener feel if they're going through this? So we're thinking the listener feels helpless, hopeless. They might feel like it'll take forever to achieve, or that it requires a level of luck that they've never seen or had before. You think about yourself when you were in that situation, or the characters in the movies when they were in that situation. You think about what they were feeling, how they dealt with the problems on a day-to-day basis, and what was going through their heads when they were at their lowest, when they were at their worst, their weakest. And you think to yourself, what would you want to hear if you were in that situation? Maybe you are in that situation. Maybe you're writing this. I mean, oftentimes when I would write comfort scripts, it was because I myself was going through a situation, and I wish I had somebody who could say things to me. There's things that I wish I could hear from a loved one, and I didn't have that loved one. So I would write a fictional, I'd write a fictional loved one to read it for me. And that's what Cardland Audio is all about, right? For those of us who don't have that person to play that role in our lives, we have Cardland to play that role. So you think, if you're in that situation, or you know somebody in that situation, or you're putting yourself in that situation, what would you want to hear? What would you want to have said to you? When you start to build like a list of those things in your head, you have the building blocks for your script. You have the main talking points. That's the real important part. It doesn't matter how the script starts, what the situation is, what the first words are. That doesn't matter. What matters are the meat and potatoes of the script. The main reason everybody's there. You can throw in as much fluff and sugar as you want, and chances are that script will be declined, because if a script is really just super saccharine and doesn't really get to the point, or really just kind of glosses over the point and just spends too much time on cuddling, making Cardland say cute things, making Cardland want to just seem cute and adorable or loving and caring, we'll often skip over it. A script has to have substance. It has to have a reason and a purpose. And for this one, the reason we're looking for Cardland to be able to help somebody going through financial issues. So, all right, so we've got some things we want Cardland to say. We've got some things that the listener wants to hear. Now we'll start thinking about a scenario, a backdrop. They're in a relationship. They are financially struggling. Now, a typical start would be something like, he comes home from work, finds them sad. Or they come home from work, and he greets them, and they're sad. Or he wakes up from sleep, and they're not there, and he finds them, and they're sad. Let's think of in their specific scenario, what's something unique we can come up with. So they live together, they are not doing well financially, and we need something that will serve as a catalyst to their conversation. So immediately what I think of, can y'all hear me? I'm not just rambling at nothing, right? So immediately what I'm thinking of is they're talking, having a good time, and the lights go out. So let's start that out. Now that I have an idea and starting it, instead of planning everything out, I want to just go ahead and just dive right into it. Oftentimes you can get caught up too much in the planning of a script, and you want you want to maybe have like a outline for everything, and maybe that works for you. But what I find is that if I do that, oftentimes, if I have a full outline, it takes out the magic and the excitement of actually writing it, and it feels more like work than it does like magically creating a script. So what I'll do is I'll start off with an idea and have a good foundation of those ideas, you know, what I want the listener to say, what I want the speaker to say, and then when I have that idea, I'll just go ahead and run with it. A good way to make a script stand out as well. Can you see this? Is this too small? Should I make it bigger? Is that better? Can you read that? What do you think, mods? Bigger? Smaller? Bigger still, okay. Whoops. So with that initial paragraph, we are starting off with establishing that Cardlin's a nerd. We're establishing that he's in a relationship with the listener. We're establishing that he has a tendency to ramble, and that he seems like a kind of free-spirited, kind of flippant, almost kind of guy. You also, I don't know why I did this, you don't want to include quotations usually. Some people like to do things like this. They like to include pauses in the middle of the paragraphs, which is fine. Blah, 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 blah. But what I like to do, anytime that there is something with asterisks that kind of includes some kind of direction, I'll usually break that off into a different paragraph. So, pause. So there, that kind of like establishes a nice, like, friendly beginning. It doesn't really have anything to do with the topic just yet, but kind of implies that, you know, there's kind of like a fun, romantic relationship between the two. The mods are talking, I'm going to see. So to speed along the process, what we might want to do from here is start a new sentence and then cut it off midway with Cuts off as power goes out. Oop. Blackout. Now, it's a comfort for financial hardships script, but we can add in a few little other comforting lines, like the power goes out. So maybe she immediately feels she's scared. He comforts her. Asks her to wait while he gets candles. Comic relief of him in distance, tripping over things. Sound effects of candle being lit. Comes back with candles plus treat. Maybe he found some kind of like nice fancy treat as well. Like, look what I found while looking for the candles. I didn't even know we still had marshmallows. And I found, you know, I knew we had the sticks. So, you know, candle, marshmallows, huh? Maybe we do a little s'mores. And it's important not to address the problem, not to talk about the cause of the problem until it's been solved. You don't want to be the type of relationship that immediately goes to like, the light goes off, it's like, babe, you didn't pay the bill? You know, you want to immediately go to like, oh, don't worry, babe, I want to make sure you're safe, I want to make sure that that everything has been handled, that you're okay, that everything's nice and good. Then we can talk about what happened. And maybe he's not even the one to bring it up. Comes back with candles and treat. Pause. Yeah, I suppose was my turn to pay the bills. It completely slipped my mind, but I guess that's easy to do when you're practically broke all the time, like we are. So address the problem, maybe talk about some of the issues that come with the problem, talk about some of the hardships that the listener can relate with them, but don't dig too deep into the hardships either. We don't want the listener to wallow too much. We don't want to let them kind of like sink into so deep of a sad space that they can't get out of it. We just want to kind of remind them and kind of set the tone, set the pace of the script so that he can quickly pull them out of it and get into the comfort zone. Talk about, why did it format it like that? Whatever. Talk about hardships, not too much. Get to solutions. So he starts saying like things like, hey, you know, I mean, yeah, we don't have power right now, but we also kind of went to Starbucks more this week than we should have. We maybe should have watched Netflix that night instead of gone out to the movies, you know? Like, start pointing out little things that the listener can do in their real life that could have helped solve the problem. And try not to do it in a way that kind of points the finger, but kind of like softly but gently reminds them of the solutions that are already readily available to them in their real life that they can actually do themselves. From there, once we've addressed a few solutions, I like to go into the dreamy romantic aspect of it. Like, hey, don't forget why we're here. I know it's hard to see in the day-to-day when we're eating ramen for every meal, when we're wearing 3 sweaters in the house in the winter, when we're having to sneak toilet paper rolls from work. But we're on our way out of here. One thing I like to do is remind listener of progress made so far. Remind listener of reason they started. Remind listener of promise to protect and never leave them, be with them through every struggle, because oftentimes that's what people want to hear. That even though they're struggling and even though the problems aren't going away anytime soon, they're not alone. That's exactly the role, that's exactly what Cardland's for, you know, reminding you that you're not alone and that you deserve to hear these sweet, loving things just as much as anybody else. And on it, start working toward an end you mentioned earlier. Find compromise between solution and immediate happiness. Like, hey, you know, next week maybe we choose one day and that'll be our special day for going to Starbucks. Maybe next week we choose, maybe instead of having date night multiple nights, maybe we save it up for one specific weekend night and we really go out that night. We really hit the town and we really do the things we want to do instead of doing it over a couple of nights. And with reassurances that everything will be okay, problem will be solved with hard work and endurance. Call back to joke line used earlier in the script to help tie it up. Soft line to end the script on. And there you go. That right there, I think, is a good formula to use for a script. You start off with something that doesn't immediately have to do with the script. Oh my god. It's a new keyboard, so I'm still getting used to where everything is and where all the keys are. And then you slowly get into the problem. You ease your way through a couple of different solutions of the problem. You find a compromise. You remind them of how Cardland's never going to leave and how they can make it through this. And eventually you end the script on a soft line. I'm going to give the mods the link to this script. And let them share it. On the Discord as well as in chat. 1 second while I go ahead and turn this off. It's scary having it up. Okay. Mods, there is the link to the script. Feel free to share it. Let me make sure it's set to, people the link can view. So feel free to share that if people want to see it and you're going to use it as like a template of their own. We're going to go ahead and move on to the Jackbox game with the mods. But first, I'm going to let this poor cat out because she is dying to leave this room. I will be right back. Oh, Come here. Come here, kitties. You want to say hello? You want to say hi? It's a kitty. You a kitty? Kickflip, are you a kitty? She's so chill in my lap. Okay. Okay. Let's open the door. Be right back. Alright, I am back. Now then, mods, it is time to choose what game shall we be playing. I believe the last two were chosen by Nekokaya, so it's up to y'all. What do y'all want to play today? Boom, 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 boom. Fibbage! Do you want to do the fibbage where we know each other, or the fibbage where it's just normal fibbage? Oh, I gotta close the doobers for a second. BRB. The know each other fibbage. One second while I get the know each other fibbage all set up. How was that that script process for y'all? Did it help? Do you feel like it helped y'all watching out there? Hopefully it wasn't just me. It wasn't just all me just going because I feel like a good portion of it was. I hope that was actually helpful to some of y'all. What? The door's open. Meow yourself. Meow. Jackbox Party 4. Wow. Okay. Oh, easy, cat. Cat trying to knock down all my stuff. Alright, 1 second. Let me get this all set up. Da 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 da.
Hello.
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 Oh,
Oh.
That was horrible.
Alright, y'all can see the thing on the screen, I hope?
Yeah.
Oh god, I need my phone. That's right, that's like integral to this thing.
Let's see.
Oh!
Let's see. Yes,
Oh my god, hopefully it doesn't kick me out this time. I was so mad last time.
That was crushing.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
second.
same.
Yes, finally. I'm not the last one. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be me. I'm the last one because I'm unprepared. Alright.
Oh, jeez.
Alright, for
The
those of
code
you
is
at
already
home,
up.
you can go to jackbox.tv. The code will be revealed on your screen in just a little bit once we get all the mod S's in here. Speaking of, do y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Hola, my name is Hess.
Yes. Hi, I'm Rox. You guys know me probably.
Yeah.
Isri.
Isri.
Luna, do you go first or?
Okay.
No,
Hi,
you go
every-
first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Luna.
It me
Yes.
all.
It me.
And it's me, the Royal.
Ooh, the royal.
Yeah,
The Royal.
that was fast.
Alright, let me see. Okay, we're all in.
Yeah.
How do you get... Oh, it got revealed already. Whoops.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing we all got in.
Whoops.
Thanks. Alright, so you have Nikokai in here. We have Megan here. Let us
And we
start
had
the
audience.
game. And of course, you can always join via the audience. Luna, you have something you want to say?
What do we say?
I don't know.
don't
Luna
know.
was like, Usually that's usually that's right before. Don't forget, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do this by this time.
Thinking. Looney's doing a think thonk. It's okay.
I
think
just
song.
whatever.
Okay.
You can't remind him of something now because I've just defended you, so that works.
All right. Let us fire it up. Here we go.
Everything is fine. I promise. Sure.
It's fine. Don't worry
It's
about
fine.
it.
It's fine.
Forget about
Everything's on-
it.
Everything's on fire. It's fine.
Hey there, I'm Cookie, and welcome
Nothing's on
to
fire
Enough About
today.
You. It's
Everything
Yeah.
is all
Friday,
Gucci
except the
Gucci
writers
gang.
didn't have to
Gucci
look
gang.
anything up.
Everything is
8
awesome.
players. Finally an excuse
Everything
to
is
open this
cool
new
when you're
package
part
of
of
hot
the
dogs.
team.
And anybody watching can join the audience anytime. The audience
Alright.
votes on fake answers to fool those gullible players, and they also get to guess the truth. Let's play.
Hidayah said Meg can finally beat the bear herself. I am entirely sure that
Here's
that is
how it
Meg's
works.
one goal
You're
in
about
life.
to
I
say a
cannot
question
wait.
with advice. Answer truthfully. During the game, you'll make up lies about the other players. You get 500
Yikes.
points for everyone you fool with your lies, 1,000 for finding the truth, and when the question's about you, you get reputation points for players who get the right answer. Ready? Well, I am.
I'm just being
Answer
ready
the
to
question
sit.
now.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, so
What is this
Okay, so-
question, yo?
I gotta
Cannot
ask,
wait
are
to
you
see
supposed to
Luna.
lie right now already, or later?
No, you tell the truth. Tell the truth for
Okay.
this one.
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
say either
Um,
honestly or tell a lie. So make sure you follow that for sure, because otherwise it
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
it very hard.
I've never played the Know Yourself one before, so
Oh my god, it's so fun.
it's basically trivia
you
but with
Come on,
people.
time's running out.
till you forget what you told people, and it's like, oh, everyone knew that one.
That was fine.
First up, the last time this player yelled at
Oh
their
my
television was...
Why?
Your lies now.
I bet I know this one.
Yes,
The
you do.
television? Because if it was their laptop, I think it was just like, what? An
5
hour ago,
seconds
Hess?
5 seconds ago.
Um,
No, it's television though, because it was the laptop. You would know.
So we're supposed to tell a believable lie, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
But if you're
Before you
close to
ruin
the
it for
truth,
everyone.
you're gonna like it.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I know.
I don't know.
Oh, you'll know.
Okay, take
You'll
a
You
look
know.
and find
know.
the truth.
Oh ho ho ho.
At the VMAs
And
watching
okay,
BTS.
That was a good one though.
All of these are true.
Oh, these are true. Oh my god, whoever put Dorian, you know me, man.
You can't, like,
Definitely.
you can't tell people that it's a lie before they
Yeah.
vote. Hess.
It was also
Whoops.
Oh, Ges.
Oh, oopsie.
And believe it or not, it was also
Oh my god,
Oh
seriously?
great minds.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Royal.
I got you, man.
Spell your name wrong?
I
No,
didn't
I
spell
don't
my
think
name
so.
wrong.
I was gonna say, hockey
Oh.
playoffs was not one any of us put.
No. I
God
mean,
damn it.
Everyone went for a time-based thing, and I went for like a thing.
Dear legend.
Like, were we supposed to be like exactly 72 hours ago? Obviously.
Looney.
That's probably the right one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I should have guessed, but it was the VMAs were so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't watch TV, yo.
Yes, you sent me videos of you yelling at your TV with Dorian. I'm gonna call you out. Like,
Let's see what we got.
That wasn't
A
my
nightmare
TV
for this
though.
player
That was
Oh,
my
will land
computer.
on the planet
Whatever.
of blank.
Oh,
All right,
no.
type in your lies.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I do know.
it was safe for work, first of all. In case you were wondering. Shut up, Ian. Ian's my Google
Okay,
Space program
you know
behind me,
what?
so you hear the peanut gallery, that's why.
We have to
There's,
finish
like-
before time runs out.
There are
Yeah,
several
peanut gallery's
answers
playing
to
WoW.
things.
Yeah. They're
So
they,
sassy.
the question is
Options here.
how mad do you want to make the other person, really? It's,
Oh no, why?
Oh my god, they're also true!
Okay, I can't guess. I have no idea.
I lose. I lose this. I lost it, man.
Oh my god, I love you
They're all
guys so
true.
much.
They're all true. What is this?
Damn
when I
it.
played Clowns,
That was the one for Luna.
Planet of the No One. That was a good one.
I would be horrified.
I thought that one.
Yeah.
Good one, Ree.
That one's also true.
Thank you, Luna. Thank you.
Sorry, I had to do it.
It's not wrong.
I chose the other one.
Got
That
him.
was one man.
Got him.
Neko knows
Spiders.
what's up. They're
Oh, okay.
creepy little hairy legs.
Not a
Ugh.
fan. Not a fan.
No.
Not a fan of the
You're one
spiders.
of the only people who doesn't get mad at me when I send you tarantula
But
pictures.
I can
though.
look at them. It's when I'm like, they're like near me
Close
that
to
I'm just
And
like,
the question is,
maybe
a
not.
perfect day
But I'll
for
look
this
at them.
player
I have
will
no problem
definitely
like
include
observing them,
blank.
learning about them,
I
Type in
whatever.
your lies now.
Oh boy.
Hey, real quick, Royal, just I'm completely not related to the game. What would a perfect day for you include? just out of curiosity.
WoW horde play?
Damn it. Why, Royo?
I mean, he doesn't know if I'm lying, so
You will understand.
to understand the bear, you gotta be the bear.
All right.
Oh my
pick
god,
the
I went to
truth.
C2E2 once, and one of the guys who like
This is
this
so accurate, it hurts. Ouch.
I just stopped this. Just stopped one
Ooh.
because the joke.
Napping a nap. God damn it.
Let's be honest though. Okay, whose perfect day doesn't include a perfect 40-minute nap?
You
Like,
gotta have
that's
some
just,
nap
like-
in the
Okay,
perfect
let's
day.
take a look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly.
Okay, gonna be really honest. I do
Uh-huh.
nap, but I don't like to nap.
Oh.
Mm.
It's like a chore. It's like, oh, I have to nap now.
God damn it.
It's basically like, you know how like when you get enough sleep, you're okay. I don't get enough sleep, and so I always like I try not to crash because a nap equals me crashing.
That's how Ian is. He hates taking naps. Like he actively avoids it.
Please tell me that one I choose is the
If I need a
truth.
nap, I just nap when the baby is.
See, that makes sense.
Nice
Thanks,
one.
Ree.
Yep.
Nobody thought
Okay,
of
I
this.
checked the chat. Little Vamp said, "Is it weird that I love spiders?"
mean,
and
no,
the
it's
answer is
not
no.
They're great for the
No,
environment.
they're
I just don't
good.
want them touching me.
To be fair,
Like-
Royal, every day, unless you're fasting,
Spiders.
includes food. I mean,
Here's a
Yeah.
question for you.
Doesn't every day include
This
food?
player
That's what I'm
always
saying.
has trouble spelling is blank.
I mean, good food,
Answer
like
your lies now.
pizza.
How am I supposed to spell this?
Ian, you can't just tell people I'm a lizard person. That's unacceptable.
It may be accurate, but you don't announce that.
That's been our joke forever, is that I am a lizard person, and that's why I don't like people.
It's like the royal family.
Timer. Finish quick.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
That's
hurry
the
up.
long-
I
it's- is
always
it
trouble
true?
spelling.
Oh,
Yes, just like the royal family. Thank you.
Lemel.
Okay, seek the truth.
Hexametphosphate. Hexametaphosphate. Esternocleidomastodiomasto.
Iridocyclitis is not on this, and frankly, that's offensive.
Ericoseclitis.
Psoriasis. Erythrocyclitis.
And
Ericoseclitis.
what did people pick?
Of course.
I had to.
We had to read.
spelling.
You're welcome, Reed.
Of course, Ree spells it right.
Yeah.
I got it. Oh, so it's esternocleidomastoideo.
Oh, my
What does
bad.
that even mean? I've never heard of that.
That's a part of the body.
Maintenance is a word
So-
I can never spell, but have to
Up-
spell often. And
up-
every time I'm like, why haven't I learned
Thank
this?
you.
Handling.
I think it's on
Caderlin.
the upper.
Handling.
Ardlin.
Nice.
Yay, thank you.
Mischievous.
Mischievous. Oh,
That's a good one.
necessary.
Necessary?
That is a hard one.
That's a good answer. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I mean, yeah, because Spanish.
Necessary.
Necesita.
Necesita. Necesario, actually. It's necessary.
I'm gonna lose
Okay,
this.
focus up.
You got this, Royal.
Player
Don't worry,
wants
I'm-
to blank. They don't have time.
Oh,
Should we
here
all say the
go.
same thing?
Lies.
Here we go.
Oh man.
I'm pretty sure I maybe. I knew it.
Why'd you say I knew it?
Because I knew it, and it was just
Oh
like,
my
that's
God.
too close to the answer.
No
You can't
way.
select that. And I was like,
Oh,
fuck
my
yeah.
God.
I know this shit.
Hurry.
Damn it.
I know too. I know too.
Ah! I'm too predictable. I have nothing going on in my life.
Oh, yes, you do.
Okay, that's a lie. That's a straight
You
up
have a
lie.
lot going on.
I am a
was
very
so
busy
sad.
person. Oh my god!
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna.
Someone's a little salty today.
That's a big yikes.
Yikes.
Okay, I'm looking at who answered what.
You know who answered what, please.
Ryan. Bendito.
Okay,
Oh my god.
I do cry a lot,
Aw.
not gonna
Friend
lie.
of dog.
She already cried.
Luna, your friend of dog in Death Road to Canada.
Oh,
You're
friend of
Carly.
dog. Wow.
Do I
how did
really
we
yell at
know?
you that much?
You haven't yelled at me in months.
Got him.
And even then, it wasn't yelling. It was just polite reminding. Luna's really the
Repetitive.
sweetest ever.
Yes. High five, Rods.
High
High
five.
five.
Oh my god! Okay, but have a unicorn? Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was pretty good.
Now listen up. The name of one of this player's favorite
Oh.
pets was blank.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
I don't think
I
you
don't know
guys.
this one.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone knows anything about my pets. This should be interesting. I have no idea.
Iridocyclitis.
He just walked out of the room and that was the hardest word.
Iridocyclitis.
Encephalitis.
Hurry up and
Sometimes
finish
we'll
before
just be
time
like
runs
doing
out.
literally anything else, and that's just like he whips out a vine. Nowhere.
I smell like beef.
I mean, just like we'll be like making out, and he'll break out a vine, and I'm like,
Okay,
excuse
here
me,
you
like
go,
we were
folks.
busy.
I love how both two people have named my husband.
I was,
love that
Cal,
for two.
your
I
pen.
was this close to putting Sprout.
Yeah, me too, actually.
I was this close to putting
Rude.
Sprout as well. Except I have had pets.
Oh, I didn't answer
All right,
in
let's see
time.
what
Oh
you guys
no.
picked.
Oh no.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Charlie was my grandfather's name, so anytime it asked for a name, I just put his
Got
name.
You got me, and I love the name Theodore, so I picked it.
I love it.
Excuse me.
Oh, I do.
I mean, I do have him pretty well trained.
It was
but-
me.
Yay.
No way.
Da-ba-ba-bam, ba-bam.
Yes way. Thought it
That's
was
a
that
good
one because it
name.
was too. It was.
I
too,
had a
like,
cat when I was little, and his name is
Specific.
Jinx, and he was a black cat because we were not creative at all when it comes to naming pets.
Hess with a commanding lead.
Yeah.
Thousands in the lead.
The coolest thing that
Oh.
this player has recently learned is
Who's
blank.
crackling?
That I'm a
Write your
noob.
lies now.
Cradling
coolest person
in my
ever.
skin.
Scared.
This
These
way.
wounds they will not heal.
Oh my god.
Ooh, the edge.
Five brand new ways to yell at cardigans and mods.
Finish quick before you ruin it for everyone.
The sass. The sass on him. Mr.
Oh
Ivan.
boy.
Burn him. Burn.
Okay, which one
Don't
is
yell
the
at me,
truth?
please.
Coincidentally, the mods have
That
learned
Hess
5
sucks
new
at
ways
WoW.
to yell.
Whales aren't fish. Whales aren't fish? No, I guess they're mammals. Horde is better than
They
Alliance.
are,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Not being sassy, loving the Horde. Oh, never. How to be funny. Ah, delightful. Megan. That was
how to be
Meg's.
funny.
That was Meg's.
Oh my god.
Okay, what did everyone pick?
Ba-da-bum. Bum.
How
Thank you,
dare you?
audience.
How dare you? How dare you?
How did
If
you find
I
that was Meg?
don't,
It's gotta be Meg's. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Thanks, Meg. Thanks, Meg. Always a pleasure, Meg.
That roast.
Oh
Whales
my
aren't
God.
fish. I didn't know that. I did learn that. Aw, Hess.
Aww.
Yay!
It's
Oh,
true.
man. I
Really,
was
that
gonna
makes me
touch
so
that one,
happy.
though.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm living for.
I still love you tried to call me out for spoilers of a movie that is 37 years
Oh,
old.
Carlin's in the
You know, I still
lead
think about it
now.
now too. When I'm like
Probably
theory
not.
crafting what's gonna happen, I'm like, well, there's a thing that
Players,
reset.
sit
Grumble,
down.
grumble, grumble.
37 years old. That movie is older than you.
Now.
Oh my god, that movie is old enough to be
Okay,
a
next
Fathom event now.
sitcom style catchphrase would be
Time for really bad puns.
It's egg time. The egg timer just went off.
Carlin,
Time's running out.
There's
you
a little,
better not die.
there's a little bit of salt
You
in
better-
mine. I might have
Oh,
sprinkled a
next
little
because
salt in
there's
mine
a
too.
story behind it. so-
What's your sodium?
Wow, I wonder which one was Tarzan.
Oh no, my pants are gone. Relatable.
Carlin is gonna die.
Honestly,
Definitely.
Like, do people wear pants if they don't have to? Like,
I
is that a
don't.
thing? Yeah.
I don't
Like-
have to. Why? I'm in
Let's
my
see
house.
what everybody selected.
I forgot to vote. No.
Sometimes I'm too busy
Oh
laughing.
man, Rod, you got me.
That's my egg.
That's my egg.
I like eggs.
Thank you, Necrokaya. Thank you.
I go with the pity.
Carlin's gonna die.
Man, friendly prompts. Jesus Christ. Stay hydrated.
That's true.
Oh, but you say that all the time.
They do.
Oh no, my pants are gone.
Yes!
Crap.
I'm surprised it wasn't something about bread outside of your door. Meg has like a battle with one of their
Can someone
roommates
please
where they
appreciate
leave
my
bread
pop?
around.
Okay, so like usually
okay?
I'm
on
gonna
top.
get you, Carlin.
This is the final round.
I'm on
One
bottom.
truth
Are
and one
you?
lie about
Yeah.
themselves.
Wow, that must be
Make
so
that
exciting
lie
for
good.
you.
You'll rack up points for every sucker
Oh
you
my
fool.
God.
Another player's truths.
Oh,
Here we go.
Sorry, I'm the worst.
oh jeez.
There's
This is like two truths and a lie.
Hey,
I know, I'm having such problems. Shoot, why do I talk so much about myself? I'm not mysterious enough. This is horrible.
I'm not
What a
interesting
mood.
enough.
Hmm.
Except for like sad stuff. I don't want to talk about sad stuff.
I know, that's why I'm like, I can't answer with something sad. That's horrible.
I have no idea, dude. Jesus Christ.
Timer's at the halfway mark. Remember, you need one truth and
Maybe
one
I should
lie.
just be TMI.
I don't know.
Yes. Yes,
There
do
you
it.
go. TMI, TMI. Woo, woo, woo. Get him, get him, get him, get him. I don't know how to lie. Stop.
Wait, is it top one the lie or is it top one the truth?
Yeah,
Top
one
one's the
is
truth, the
true.
bottom one is the lie.
The lie.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
Wow.
R.I.P.
Oh god.
Hello,
But hey, the game
darkness,
hasn't
my
kicked
old
anyone
friend.
out today. Knock on wood.
Hey,
Yes.
serious
Now
about
get,
that timer.
now get
Finish
high.
quick.
Finish quick. Finish quick. Oh my
Hey!
god, oh my
Ah! Do it!
Nice.
god.
All right, which statement's true?
Oh no.
I like how
both
they're
true.
independent. Like only.
They're both true.
I think one directly opposes the other.
How dare you?
Rude.
How dare you?
I feel like that's Pot the Kettle is calling.
Ha!
Hey.
Ha!
Got
ha!
him.
Ha!
Spot the truth.
I didn't.
Dang. Are y'all just being contrary today? Is that the thing?
Dolphins and tornadoes.
I
No,
hope
but, like-
I picked the right one.
No, but like, watch, it's gonna be the opposite of what you'd think. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. At least that one made sense.
Which
Tornadoes
is it?
are really cool, but I'm also horrified. They're so
Same.
scary.
Oh jeez.
Mariah just said
I
Dolphnado.
think I know.
Tornado. Noise.
There's a
I
Netflix
don't want
movie.
to.
I know.
Oh my god, Luna. Did that it would be winning.
Yeet.
I knew it. You love
Yay.
swimming.
Ah.
Yay.
I love to swim.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is a good one.
Let's go.
I
Let's
literally
go.
had nachos last night too.
How did you manage to pick something so confusingly
Let's go.
obscure?
Probably I'm
I
gonna
really
lose this
want
one, but okay.
nachos now.
I know, that would be so delicious.
Do you
Maybe I'll
know-
go to the store?
That I ate
Oh,
Yeah,
I did it
man.
wrong. See, I had nachos the other
enchiladas
day.
and tacos every single day
Okay,
this
which
week,
one?
except for one day.
What, today was the day, right? Because I mentioned it.
No,
Oh my
today I
God.
had
His
broccoli
boyfriend
cheddar
ditched me
soup.
to go to laser
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the letter funny one.
Oh god.
Oh my
I
god,
I have
really?
no idea.
This is like telenovela.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick really sad things next time.
No.
Oh my
I
god.
love that.
Titanic.
Yup. How that was not a clue, I still don't know.
to
love
you.
so
Oh,
much.
okay, my bad. I mean to you. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is still Saturday, right? What was the audio I posted today? That's right. Correct. Thank you.
Let's go.
Oof, the
We're
sound.
gonna die. Even Khalif put that. Oh my god.
Greg, I love you
What
so
do you
much. Oh my god. Ouch, both of those.
Ouch.
I'm gonna go with hitting a guy with a tennis racket though, because he's both hilarious and horribly embarrassing.
Yep.
You know what?
Same.
I have hit people with tennis rackets before. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
It's not
I've
fun.
been hit with a tennis racket before. I hope it was an accident.
Take a guess.
That was so good.
I've
Oh,
never has
wow.
ramen.
I've never
had
yeah,
ramen.
I'm a super good writer. Like, I'm the best at doing that thing.
Oh my god. Let's
100% the best.
Oh, I know why. Jesus Christ, it's so long.
I hope this is true.
Yeah,
I'm
me
a
too.
horrible friend.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
Of course.
I
Who are
recently
they?
added a second
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
So one is they're both from Dragon Age Inquisition.
I'm
One
gonna
is
cry. Am I
Colin
gonna
and the
lose
other one is
this?
Solon.
Probably my skin
For winning, my prize is everybody is going to sing the Fibbage 3 song.
Very start.
Cute.
And a 1 and a 2. Here we go.
You'll have fun.
You lied to you.
You lie to me.
As I try to figure out what to write, I answer
Ah, so good. Delightful. Wait, who are the two husbandos?
They're both from
Rods.
Dragon Age.
They're both
Dragon
from Dragon
Age.
Age. I thought the second one was that
Uh-huh.
the little chicken gift that you
Yep,
posted.
it's a chicken.
Absolutely.
You found it.
My bad. Did
All about chickens.
did I
That's the husband.
the chat was scrolling too fast. Did somebody type in chat earlier something about beat the bear? I don't know. Did somebody?
Oh, did they?
Somebody
did
might have
that?
typed in
They were super wrong
something about.
then.
What happened is Sakarlin jinsed me, man. He's like, oh, he's on the
So
lead,
young.
not anymore.
Turning off the screen sharing. All right, y'all want to say your farewells while I start closing stuff up?
Goodbye.
Bye bye. See
The
you on
chat says the doobers are gone.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the game is there, guys.
It was
Okay,
fun.
never mind.
He can
Yeet.
only play one game
Yeah,
at once.
yeet.
It's okay. Princess.
Bye, guys.
Okay, Princess.
Bye, bye. I love you.
I see you. See you later. Bye.
Thank
Okay,
y'all.
bye forever.
Bye forever.
Later, y'all. All right, that was fun. Good times. My sincerest apologies to those of you who wanted so badly to beat the bear. Maybe next time, y'all. Maybe next time. If it's any consolation, here are the doobers. All right. Make sure the doobers are within the right dimensions. Yep, they're not going off the screen. Great. Awesome. Now, we have a couple of 10-minute one-on-one calls to get through. If you want to get through them in time, we should do this quick. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the room. First person up is Janelle. Janelle, whenever you're ready, go ahead and jump into the call channel. I'm right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes. When Janelle comes in the room, I will be right here waiting for you. Something will survive this romance. I know you're in the room. I'm just gonna finish the song real quick. It's something with you. I wear the pants. Hi, Janelle.
Hi.
Welcome to the thing. Congratulations on winning a star.
Okay, I need to mute YouTube.
Yeah, good call. You're gonna be hearing that and me same time. Not a good idea.
Yeah, it's already messing with my head.
You good?
I need to be.
Boop 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 boopity doop boop. Let me know when you're good. All right.
I'm
How you
still
doing?
trying to figure this out. Alright, I'm just gonna have to exit it. I'm on my phone. That
Yeah,
works.
just
Okay.
close YouTube. You can get back to it later.
Yeah,
Hello.
well, I opened it on my computer too, so.
Ah, okay. You good? You can hear me?
Yeah.
Hello. Congratulations on winning a star.
Yeah, the chat and the video has lately been really like messed up for me in the streams, and I was shocked that I actually got the star.
Nice. Yeah, it can be a little delayed and wonky and stuff, so I'm glad it finally worked out for you. You've been trying for multiple weeks?
Well, not so much on the Patreon, but like in the regular streams and stuff.
Ah, okay.
With the catching the stars.
So, Janelle, I've been seeing you here in the streams, on Twitter and whatnot. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and the story of Janelle, the cardigan? How did you come to be here? How did you come to find Cardland Audio? What inspired you to come join and all that? Are you one of the few who found me on Pornhub? Tell me all of your delightful secrets.
Well, I found you first when I had started out listening to more traditional ASMR with the sounds and I had been listening to a kid. He is definitely a kid, and I am definitely much older than him, and he did a couple of like boyfriend stuff, and I'm like, oh well, maybe I should actually search and find somebody who is not a child. And
So you went straight from child to old man Cardland.
Yeah. And when I first found you, I was not interested in the stuff that's on Patreon. And then when I joined Patreon, curiosity killed the cat.
And then something else killed the cat. Ayo! Sorry, that was horrendous of me. I should have never said that. But all the same, I'm glad you were able to stick around and enjoy the works of this old ASM artist on YouTube. Thank you so much for enjoying me despite my accelerated age. So, when you won the star, was there anything that immediately came to your mind? Like, oh, I'll finally get to ask him blank, or I'll finally get to know this, and this. Is there anything that's been on your mind, or anything you've been wanting to say?
Not really. It's catching the stars, the thing that I try to do, and yeah, I don't really ever have much. Actually, can you bomb the Dubers?
Yeah. How many bombs would you like?
I don't know. As many as you can do.
Okay, yeah. How about just for the rest of the call, I'll just be bombing the Dubers.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Know that all of the pain, anguish, fiery, torment,
I like watching them fly.
all of the napalm nightmares you will be having are all because of Janelle. For those of you who want to know, the reason you are being bombed right now is because of Janelle. Every time you type, it makes your Duber refresh on the screen, giving me more targets to myrtleate with my bombs. So tell us a little bit of Janelle, other than Janelle being a cardigan. What do you do for your free time? Whereabouts are you located? You know, like, tell us a little bit about the story of Janelle and who Janelle is and what Janelle does and all that good stuff.
Well, I am in Pennsylvania, and
Cool, I lived there for a while. Over by Harrisburg.
I am, like, if I go too far east, I end up in the Delaware River.
Okay, wow, you're right on the edge.
Like
Cool.
I often do walk down to the river.
Okay. I was all the way in the
Um,
west end, over by Harrisburg, around that area.
Yeah, I think I've been out that way. Definitely have been out that way. Um,
What do you do in your free time other than walk on down to the Delaware River and request that YouTubers bomb their listeners?
um, well, church is a big part of my life.
Oh, cool.
My faith and everything.
Is
And
there
a
a
lot of my
specific
free time.
type of Christianity that you are?
Methodist.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of my free time is taken up with that. And
What specifically do
anything
you
else?
do in the church? Like choir stuff or like youth group stuff? Like what do you do?
Yes. It's the church I attend is actually quite a small church, and so you get somebody who's willing to do, and they end up having to do like everything. And
As
also being on the younger end, and all the other people are aging out, it's definitely more of getting pulled in more.
Okay. As a modern day churchgoer, speaking to somebody who is a modern day atheist, is there anything you want to say or ask or wish that you could say to us atheists to save us from the fiery doom that we have resolved ourselves to?
Right now I don't really have anything.
Okay. So you have a group of church friends you'd like to hang out with? What do y'all like to get up to?
I don't really there's not really a lot of people in my age group at my church. It would be really helpful if there was.
I'm sure you could find some like Christian communities online.
Yeah, I don't even like falling into this community was really like a huge step for me, and I don't know. I'm not really big into getting myself out there.
What would you
Like
say
that.
you are really big into, other than church and the Delaware River?
What was that?
What would you say you really are big into, other than church and the Delaware River?
Animals?
Oh, nice. Any particular
I
favorites?
I have a significant number of animals in general. I have 4 cats, 6 guinea pigs, a snake, toads, fish.
All right.
I think that's all.
You have toads, you have snakes, you have guinea pigs, you have cats. Give me a
Yep.
name of one of them, and I'm going to guess which is which.
Khaleesi?
Khaleesi is a snake.
No.
Khaleesi is a cat.
Yes.
Okay, next.
She was supposed to be sitting with me and helping me not be nervous.
But she decided,
But she
nope,
is
you're on your own.
She did-
Talk to the strange YouTube man by yourself.
exactly. She's on the floor, and I can see her. And
Okay, give me
Yeah.
another name.
Tribble.
Tribble is of course the guinea pig.
Yes.
Nice.
And based on my animals' names, you can probably guess some of my other interests.
Star Trek and Game of Thrones.
Mm.
How do you feel about that Game of Thrones ending? I need to know.
I don't know. I
Haven't finished it yet?
I did. I don't know. In one way I wanted to throw the device I was watching on, and in another way I was like, oh, it's finally happening.
That's a pretty good way to put it. All right, well, Janelle,
think-
to you, Tribble, and Khaleesi. Unfortunately, we have to get going soon, but is there anything else you wanted to say or do, or any last words, or any final questions or anything you wanted to get out before I let you go? I don't want you walking away with any regrets.
No, I don't think there's anything else.
Well, Janelle, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for winning the star and letting me blow the crap out of all these little cardigan doobers. I will unfortunately have to stop as soon as you leave the room. Are you still in the room? Do you not want to leave so that I won't stop bombing them? I have to check. Hold on. I don't know what has happened. Okay, she's left. Bye, Janelle. Thanks for coming out. Thank you for letting me bomb everybody, and thank you for telling me about the wonderful world of the modern Christian. All right, who do we have up next? Belle, you're next. Belle, come on in whenever you're ready. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, y'all. Carlin here. Hey, Belle.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are
I
you?
feel like I was just talking to you recently.
Yeah, we did the game again.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm good. I've been out of work for about a week because of Dorian.
Because of the what? Dorian.
The
Oh, okay.
hurricane.
Is
yeah,
that,
I'm in
is
Florida.
Is that a good kind of? I mean, are you safe? Is everybody dry?
I'm very safe, yes. We just got like maybe 5 minutes of rain, but I ended up like getting like an inadvertent like week vacation
Yeah,
because it happened like right before Labor Day.
All right, so let's agree that Dorian is horrible and that those who are affected by it, you know, it's a really sad story and we wish them the best and we don't
Yes.
wish that kind of horribleness on anybody, but small silver lining. Belle got herself a little bit of a thing.
Like that.
Yeah. So that's I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you were able to get a week off. What have you been doing with your time off?
Binge watching Vampire Night.
You built any brownie points you built up with me just entirely dashed. You're back on the foundation.
I've never seen it before, so I figured I'd pop in and look at it, I guess.
Well, I don't know what Vampire Night is, but shame on you for watching it. Vel, tell me a little bit about yourself. Last time we spoke, I was yelling at you to make decisions faster and blaming you for the death of Faith, the donkey-skinned girl. Now we actually have some time to linger and conversate. Do me the favor of letting me know who is Belle.
So I live in Florida, so yeah, that's kind of been already established. I have a twin brother.
Named Leb.
His name is Thomas.
It's not Eleb.
No. Oh.
Should be. What's Tom? Okay. Yeah, a twin brother named Thomas. What else? Tell me more Belle facts.
So let's see. I spend a lot of my free time reading and writing, and there isn't a lot that I really do in my free time. I tend to spend a lot of my time in books. So.
Word. Any specific series you would recommend? Like, what is a must-read, top of the line? Absolutely, everybody has to read this series. Or
I have to go with Nancy Drew. I really love the Nancy Drew series.
Word.
Yeah, I got
That's a
the starter
skeptical
set
word.
when I was a kid.
Okay, he's got some nostalgia for you. I get it. Do you read a lot of fantasy or sci-fi?
I have a hard time getting into sci-fi, believe it or not, and I'm not sure why.
Same's a little bit. I used to read a lot of the Star Wars ones, but other than that, sci-fi, a little difficult to get into. Fantasy, though, I'm all about it. Swords, mud, forests, wizards. That's me.
I tried reading some of the Harry Potter books, but I kind of like got distracted,
Yeah.
so I haven't been able to finish them yet.
By Vampire Knight? Is that what distracted you?
No, actually.
So what do you do when you're not reading books or watching horrible vampire shows?
Oh goodness. I spend a lot of my time at work, practically live at work. But when I'm not doing that, I play acoustic guitar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How come we never heard you play acoustic guitar on the thing, on the Patreon Discord thing?
Unfortunately, I lost my passion for it about 2 years ago, and so I'm trying to pick it back up, which means I'm trying to build up the calluses on my fingers again.
Okay.
So I want to pick it back up.
You totally should. Get them fingers all calloused. I mean, you got a week.
Yeah. Well, I'm back at work now, which is great.
And remind me, what is it you do out there in Florida?
I work in retail.
Word? Do you have to, like,
Yeah.
are you the type of retail where, like, you just wait and people come to you? Or you, like, you have to go around and be like, oh, what do you think of this? Oh, this is the newest meme in meme right now.
Right now, our store is very slow, so it's kind of a wait and see if someone comes in.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of chilling. A lot of standing, probably,
Yeah.
but also a lot of, like, do you like your coworkers? Because that can turn work into a blast.
My coworkers, okay. I get along with them, which is nice. But they're also a lot older than me, so I don't have a lot in common.
Okie dokie. Okay. Belle, while you have me here, while you have this coveted amount of time that you fought so hard for in the army of jumpers that you alone won, did you have anything specific you wanted to ask or talk about or discuss or no?
Yeah, I actually have like two really quick questions.
Nice.
So,
are they gonna be memes? Are any of them about eggs?
No.
Okay, thank you.
No. So I am trying to get my foot in the door as far as starting a career in childcare.
Ooh.
But I'm extremely nervous about leaving the job I'm at, and so it's kind of like preventing me from getting where I need to go. So like, how do I not, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, how do I balance that out with like a good kind of fear? Because a little bit of fear is always good.
Yeah. So I did the exact same thing years ago when I had to leave my job to try this scary Card the Audio full-time thing, and that was way before, when we were super tinier than we are now. And you know, I fought the fear with cold hard math. And oftentimes the fear of leaving a job is because you feel like you're not going to be able to make it financially. Like if you lose the next job that you're trying for, you won't have enough to float yourself. So solve that problem first. If you can save up even a tiny bit, enough to have 1 or 2 months of backup. I mean, the more months, the better. Or if you have some kind of other kind of what's it called? Like a net, like a safety net. Like you have some friends you can live with, some family members you can stay with. If you have, you know, I couldn't leave the job until I realized that I had a solution for my major monthly problems. My major monthly problems were rent, child support for my son, and any other financial responsibilities I had. And when I realized that I was making enough on the side gig to cover those bills monthly, and I also had like a month or two of runway. Basically, I had like a little bit of a nest egg to fall back on, not a huge amount, but enough that if it fell through, I'd have about 60 days, 30 days to figure it all out. Then I took the leap. Because yeah, it does take fear, but you need to also be prepared. You know, there's this saying from The Office that I really love, and it was by like some side character who only appeared in a few episodes and never showed up again. And it was that courage is the food of the wise man, but the liquor of the fool. Which means that it's okay to be brave if you have the know-how and the and the knowledge to make up for your lack of bravery. It's not okay to have courage if you are just going in blindly and potentially endangering yourself and maybe even others who might depend on you. So I would say, yeah, if you're gonna make the leap, do it smartly.
Okay, that's really great. Thank you.
No problem.
And the second question is kind of a funny question.
Yeah.
I recently started to learn how to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was wondering if you have any funny stories you'd be willing to share about when you first started driving.
Geez. I mean, all I can think of are, like, they're not really funny. They're like, so one of the first times I tried driving, this is just scary. Okay, I'm trying to think of a funny one that's not going to just terrify you. Funny driving related stories. I remember when my son was a wee little baby, he often had trouble sleeping. And the one thing that would always get him to sleep perfectly would be a ride in the car. So we'd spend a lot of time just with him riding in the car seat, in the back seat, and we just kind of like low key driving around, just kind of listening to music very low, just kind of chilling while he falls asleep. I remember it used to always be like a big like stealth ninja circus trying to get him from the car when he's asleep back into the house, because we had to go from the parking lot, we had to go from the car seat to the stroller, from the stroller to the parking lot, and then we had to hope that none of the neighbors were doing anything loud and crazy and noisy, and we had to get back to the house. We had to make sure that everything was quiet in the house and that nobody would be going crazy. And I can't think of the amount of times that I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with driving, but we would come home and my mom would be there, and like the first thing, she'd come over to come see us, and as soon as we walked in, she'd just be like, "Oh, there's my boys," and like it's like really loud, like, "Oh, it's my boys are here," and like it's just like, okay, immediately son is awake, that's great, everybody, loud noises, fantastic, thank you very much, Mom, good to see you. And we can't get mad because like, we're gonna get mad at her for lovingly greeting us when we come home, but it's just like, all right, well, come on, Mom, we're going back in the car for another drive. That is my funny car related story. We are unfortunately out of time, Belle. Do you have any last minute things you want to say or want me to say or want to do the thing with while you're on the call? And oh my god, no, what's it gonna do?
Basically, I just wanted to thank you for making this server, because I've met a lot of amazing people and I've created some great friendships. So thank you.
Thank you. Sometimes I want to burn it all to the ground, but then I hear things like what you just said, and it makes it all worthwhile. Thank you for that, Belle.
Well, thank you for everything that you do.
Oh, Belle, you're the greatest. You have a good one, and I'll see you on the Discord server sometime, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Who we got left? We got Blue Hair Don't Care, Drea herself. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hey.
Hello.
Long time no talk.
Yeah,
it's been a bit.
It's been a while.
How you been?
Pretty alright. A lot of crazy stuff has happened.
Ooh, alright, let's get right into it. Give me them updates, one by one.
One by one. Like in order?
Yeah, chronological. Well, first off, quick introduction for the people to kind of give them some context. A little bit of who you are, how you came to be here, what your story was at the beginning of this, and then, boom, chronological events.
Okay. My name is Drea, or Andrea, if you want to be formal about it. I discovered Cardland Audio because I was having a really bad anxiety attack one day, and my friend recommended them to me, or
Thank you, friend.
Cardland to me. Yes, thank you, friend. And I have a huge list of really weird irrational fears. And okay, so chronological order. I think first thing that happened was my fiance got into a car accident, so I had to stop being active on a bunch of social
Ooh.
media things.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's fine now, but
Okay.
yeah, at the time. I tried learning a little bit of Thai in honor of my grandpa who loved Thai culture and stuff.
Cool.
I've tried driving, but that soon became one of my irrational fears.
Oh no.
I quit my job as a waitress and got a new job involving teaching children a little bit.
Okay, nice.
And my fiance got me this really cool musical instrument that I am now addicted to playing, and I play it all the time, every day.
What is it called?
It's called a kalimba. It's like this African-esque piano-sounding thing. I love playing it. I think
Are
a few
you the
people
person on
under-
Twitter who sent me the kalimba music?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. I
That was
also
really pretty.
I was nervous to like, I don't know. I was nervous to say this, but a really long time ago, I was talking to Rox. I was like, "Hey, you think I should send him a personal music file of a song that I wrote?" And she's like, "Yeah, go for it." So a really long time ago, like a while back in August, I emailed you a song that I made, and it's cringy.
You did? In August? August this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you send it to? Cardland-ish?
Mhm.
Andrea.
It's like 2 minutes, and I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know if it'll get used or not. Maybe background music. I don't know.
Do I have permission to play it?
Sure, I guess.
On the stream?
Well,
I don't
wait.
want to put you on the spot, but it will be on the stream, and everyone will be able to hear it. So, up
Well,
to you.
you might. Wait. Well, in the first half, I had to leave out a little bit of silence so Rox could help me edit out any background noises, and I also put like, Drearoo, test one, and then song title. So it's like not immediate music. It's like just stuff, and then a minute of silence, and then music.
Okay, but you're cool with me playing it?
I guess, man.
No, I don't got. I'll listen to it next time.
All right.
Yeah? Okay. You sure?
I can play. Yeah, I
don't
mean, if
mean
you
to
want, I can
embarrass you or
play.
anything.
It's just, it sounds embarrassing at the beginning, but if you want, I can play you a little tune because I have it right next to me right now.
Ooh, yeah. Here, let me turn off the music. There you
I
go.
didn't know that there was music going on. Okay, let me see. Quick tune. Okay, got it. I think they've heard me play this before, but I don't care.
Nice. Just a little old me.
What?
The words to the song, right?
No, it's a different song.
That's not. Oh, what song was that?
Crap, what was that song called? Well, Tonight You Belong to Me, I think. But yeah.
Because I know you belong to some.
I think I might have misheard you. Midnight also gave me permission to record some music for her and her own personal YouTube channel where she has her own audios.
Nice. Can we Midnight? Can we hear the Midnight tune?
I haven't written anything yet because she hasn't requested it, but as soon as she does, I'll be right on that.
Okay. You've been busy.
Yep.
Sounds like a good kind of busy though. Sounds like you've been up to a lot of good stuff. You've been making your way up that ladder of life.
Sorry about that. That's my brother. I don't know if you heard him sneeze.
No, I did not.
Okay, good. That was an embarrassing sneeze.
I'm glad things have been going so well, Drea.
Me too.
While you have the stage, so to speak, is there anything specific you want to say or know or call out or anything at all you want to use the mic for?
Not that I can think of particularly at the moment.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, I just want to say, as we used to do our catch ups and whatnot, and I'm really glad to know that things have been going so well for you.
Yay. Are things going well for you?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I usually see my world broken into like four silos, right? And that's, how's my romantic relationship with the missus? How's my paternal relationship with my son? Like the father-son relationship, and how's my relationship going with my mom, and how's her recovery doing? So, in terms of updates there, my son is doing decently. He's in his senior year of school. He's maintaining, doing a good job, not messing anything up, just being a good student, working towards that graduation. My mom is continuing to progress. We're not seeing a lot of progression in terms of her recovery, but she is keeping her spirits up, and she is keeping up with her exercises and whatnot to get back to hopefully and eventually a walking state. And things are going well with the missus and I. We're starting to look at what our next steps might be, looking forward into the future and whatnot. So things are going pretty well. And the fourth silo is business. How are things going with the channel? And channel's going great. September is hopefully going to be our biggest month yet. We have a lot of big announcements and a lot of big projects that are all going to be unveiled this month. We've got the big anniversary live stream that's going down next week, and we have a lot of things that we're hoping to unveil then and hopefully start off this month. And yeah, the channel started off as just a place for audios, and I'm starting to look forward and seeing like what other avenues are available and what other options are there for us to take to kind of expand the channel while not detracting from what its original goals are. The original goals were to help people out there who are feeling lonely, because I know just how wide and vast the ocean of loneliness is out there. And I like to think that everything that we're doing is a way of helping to continue that initial approach. Like we're doing the D&D podcast, and I hope like that builds like a big community across multiple ASMR communities of fans who can all get together and be a fan of one thing together, and kind of like build a community there of people who are fans of the characters in the game and whatnot. And the gaming has really brought a lot of people together and kind of helped me show a different side of Cardlin Audio, and not just the sweet boyfriend or the crazy yandere side, but also just like the actual me guy at the keyboard side of it. And yeah, just like all the different paths of different things we're doing, I think are going really well. So ultimately, the answer is yes, things have been going great. Thank you for asking.
Well, I am glad to hear that. It's good to know that you are doing great.
Unfortunately, it appears I might have talked your ear off there, and we are almost out of time. But before we go, is there anything else you wanted to say or do? Anything finally you wanted to shout out or have me blabber about before I let you go?
Just that I'm really grateful that when I came back to the server after being like mute for so long, that a lot of people were really nice, and it made me feel less scared to go back into this, because I didn't recognize anybody when I went back into the server.
Yeah,
So,
that's one thing I always say with the Discord server is that the faces always change, and every couple of months it's like a new wave or a new batch of people, and some people stay and some people go, and lots of new people come and leave. But the one thing that stays the same is that people are always kind and people are always warm, and there's always this sense of like, I've been there, so I'm not going to give you a hard time for being there now, or we're both there right now, so we can help each other because we both know exactly what it's like to be there. And I really love that about the Discord server and just the community in general.
I like that too. They're all really sweet, really nice people who are sometimes just also dingleberries.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just see of dingleberries, basically. All right, Drea. It has been a pleasure catching up with you. I'm glad things are going well. Shout outs to the boyfriend, and I hope things continue to go great for you.
Thanks. You too. You're pretty cool, man.
No, you're pretty cool, man.
No, you're pretty cool, man.
I mean, you're pretty cool, man. I'm not trying to say one thing's cool, but I mean, you're pretty cool, man.
Okay. All right. It was fun talking to you.
And you.
And also say nothing if you're a doofus.
And we're back. I don't know what happened there. Weird. For some reason, my mic wouldn't work. How strange. Anyway, it brings us to the end of another amazing Patreon live stream. And I just want to say this has been a blast. Do I have any last minute questions or shout outs or anything from any of y'all on the audience? This one was a lot of fun. The script writing thing was a little wobbly there, but let me know. Let me know in the chat right now. Did y'all like it? Did it help? Was it good? Should we do more of that? Did you achieve anything by seeing me try to quantify the mania of trying to write a script via live stream? Like, was that a good thing at all for y'all? Good times. Y'all are the sweetest. Lois Giel asks, Carden, what do you think of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker? I can't wait. The trailer itself looks great. I don't think we've had a good villain story for a long time. Like a good villain who is you could commiserate with, a good villain whose rise to villainy you can understand, and a good villain who, you know, as much as I enjoyed the mystery of Heath Ledger's "some men just like to watch the world burn" approach, you know, I love a villain whose origin makes sense and is more than just, hi kitty. Oh, come here. Oh, yeah, kitty. Who is it? Is it you? Are you a kitty? Tell him, are you a kitty? I'ma kiss you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Look at me. Oh, okay. There's things you can do about it. Okay, I love you. Well, Little Vamp says, would you ever do your Filipino accent for audios? I have. For the whole thing? I don't know if I do it for the whole thing, but I definitely have done it. Well, this has been a blast. I got to kiss my cat live on stream. Oh, the kitty, you're the kitty. Want the laser toy again? It specifically turns itself off and turns itself on in periodic segments so that you don't go crazy chasing the laser all the time. You can't just chase the laser all the time, kitty. Silly kickflip. Geel is pronounced with a G, like a G6. So Geel, like a giraffe. Got it. Can Kickflip have a palace of her own? She does. It is my bed. Alright, y'all. Looks like we are just about out of time, so I want to take this time to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being so amazing. Thank you for being so fun. Thank you for making these streams so exciting and dynamic. I really love how I never really know what I'm going to get, and it always ends up being great. And that's all because you are such an amazing community to have. And honestly, one of the best parts of the job. You are who it's for, and you are who make it happen, so thank you for both of that. You have a great rest of your evening, and I will catch you on the next stream, on the next thing. Tomorrow, for instance, we have another D&D live stream that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be our final practice one, and if things go well, and I think they do, they have been, we are going to go live, I don't know, maybe sometime soon, maybe in the next couple of weeks, we have our first session, I don't know. Maybe we finally do the D&D live streams, I don't know. Alright, y'all. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Pleasure as always. Good night. I love y'all, and take care. Cheers. Oh, and how could I forget? Thank you to the lovely Modesses for keeping the peace and for having so much fun with me on Fibbage. Take it easy, y'all. Bye now.